Welcome to this video on Measuring AI ROI. This is the capstone to our Mastering AI ML series. We'll explore a practical framework to ensure your AI initiatives deliver measurable value rather than just hype, helping them survive budget reviews. This program is brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team and Technovative AI.
At some point, leadership will ask, is your AI investment actually working? We're using AI isn't an answer, and neither is it feels faster. This video provides a framework to give you a concrete, data-backed answer when that question arises.
Every AI initiative faces a budget review. The projects that survive are the ones measured from the start. Remember, measurement isn't just a reporting task. It is a critical survival skill for your initiatives.
Adoption is not an outcome. Leaders want to see specific, quantified impacts like time saved or revenue influenced. By shifting your language from "we deployed tools" to "this tool saved Y hours and Z dollars annually," you demonstrate clear business value. In this video, we will cover 4 core ROI categories, introduce an ROI scorecard template, discuss how to account for the total cost of ownership, and provide a framework for making the hard decision of when to cut an underperforming tool. You cannot measure ROI without a starting point. A common mistake is failing to record a pre-AI baseline. Always establish your baseline before deployment, including metrics like task time, error rates, and output volume.
We categorize AI ROI into 4 lenses: time savings, quality and consistency, output volume, and revenue or cost impact. Together, these provide a complete picture of the value your AI tools deliver.
Our first category is time savings. This is the most immediate and concrete ROI metric. By tracking hours saved per person and annualizing them against loaded labor costs, you create a direct and defensible value argument.
To calculate this, multiply hours saved per day by workdays per year and your loaded hourly rate. For a 10-person team, even small daily time savings can quickly add up to over $100,000 in recovered annualized labor value.
Here are examples of where those hours come from: email triage, content repurposing, and data analysis. In each case, we target measurable reductions in time per task before versus after the automation is implemented. Category 2 is quality and consistency. While harder to measure than time, this is often more valuable. Metrics like error rates, consistency, and customer satisfaction scores are crucial for building the most robust ROI cases.
When tracking quality, consider 4 key metrics: error rate, output consistency, customer satisfaction, and first contact resolution. For example, seeing a jump in support ticket resolution rates provides clear, quantifiable evidence of an AI tool's impact.
Category 3 focuses on output volume. This asks, what can the same team produce without adding headcount? This is vital for scalable, repeatable output roles such as content creation, sales development, and research.
For volume, measure the output before and after implementing your tool. If your team produces significantly more units without additional staff, the avoided hiring cost becomes an attributable part of your ROI.
Consider a sales development example. By reducing lead research time from 45 minutes to 8, a rep can add 3 more contacts per day. This compounds across a team and serves as a bridge to measuring actual revenue impact.
Our final category is revenue and cost impact. While the hardest to attribute directly, it is the most convincing in budget conversations. Think in terms of sales cycle compression, support cost reduction, and conversion rate improvements from personalized outreach. When dealing with revenue, be honest about what is directly attributable versus what is correlated. Intellectual honesty builds long-term credibility, while overclaiming eventually destroys it. Be explicit about how the AI contributes alongside other factors. To make this measurement actionable, we use the ROI Scorecard. This simple one-page template is completed for each AI tool in your stack. It captures the 5 critical fields a stakeholder needs to make a keep or cut decision. The 5 fields are tool and use case, baseline metric, current performance, annualized value, and total cost versus net ROI. Filling this out ensures you have a consistent, professional answer ready for every budget review.
When calculating the total cost of ownership, most teams only count the subscription fee. This is a mistake. True TCO must include setup time, prompt engineering, training, maintenance, and ongoing quality assurance effort. Subscription fees are merely the visible tip of the iceberg. The majority of real costs live in human time. If you don't account for these, you are systematically understating costs and inflating your ROI.
Not every AI tool earns its place. The best organizations are willing to make the cut decision deliberately, based on data rather than inertia. If a tool isn't performing after a fair trial, be prepared to sunset it.
When a renewal is coming up, ask 4 questions. Is the ROI positive? Is adoption real? Is there a fixable reason for underperformance? And finally, is the opportunity cost acceptable? If the answer is no, it's time to cut. You can use this decision matrix to evaluate your tools. A simple rule of thumb: tools with low ROI and low adoption are clear candidates for removal, while high-performing, high-adoption tools are obvious keeps.
When presenting to leadership, know your audience. CFOs care about payback periods, while sales leaders want pipeline impact. Use a simple 3-sentence structure. Define the problem, share the performance improvement, and state your ask.
Let's look at a quick example from our content workflow series. By tracking baseline performance versus current results, we can quantify time saved in labor dollars, compare that to the total cost, and calculate a clear return ratio.
By the end of this module, you have the skills to apply our 4-category framework, calculate labor savings, complete your own ROI scorecards, and present your findings confidently to senior stakeholders.
In this final module, we have synthesized everything, from tool deployment and content workflows to data integration and, crucially, accountability. These pieces together ensure your AI strategy is both efficient and measurable.
Remember these 5 rules. Baseline your metrics, measure what matters to the business, be honest with your attribution, account for full ownership costs, and don't be afraid to cut the tools that aren't earning their keep. Finally, keep this reference guide handy. Whether you are measuring time savings or tracking revenue impact, use these categories to ensure your AI initiatives stay on budget and deliver real, lasting value to your organization.
Even with a framework, common pitfalls can undermine your ROI cases. For instance, measuring too early before users have adapted will understate performance. Always wait at least 30 to 60 days post-onboarding before declaring results.
Avoid cherry-picking your data. If quality drops while speed improves, you must report both. Leaders will notice selective reporting, which destroys your credibility. Transparency is key to maintaining trust in your metrics. Never ignore the cost side of the equation. Presenting gross benefits without accounting for the total cost of ownership makes your case look misleadingly strong. Always calculate and present your net ROI to provide a complete picture. Finally, ensure you are using the right metric for the right audience. Operations cares about time savings, sales leadership cares about revenue impact, and finance cares about cost avoidance. Tailor your message to the room. Follow this 30-day sprint to move from a framework to a filed scorecard. Spend week 1 auditing, week 2 instrumenting, week 3 evaluating, and week 4 finalizing. Focus your efforts on the tools with the clearest ROI signal.